Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 4th, and today we're back in the sanctuary, right by the ambo, what we usually call the pulpit, but that's actually the ambo, and that's where the readings are read from, and that's why Valerie Feeden is with us today. Valerie's a lector, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but for now, the psalm for this day. To you I lift up my eyes, who are enthroned in heaven. Behold, as the eyes of servants are on the hands of their masters, as the eyes of a maid are on the hands of her mistress, so are our eyes on the Lord our God, till he have pity on us. The response to today's psalm is, to you, O Lord, I lift up my eyes. And it is something that we need to do. We need to not be downcast. We don't need to be going and making ourselves feel that we are lowly. We need to recognize that God is here with us. He is amongst us. And we're not going to find him necessarily right there on the floor. We're going to find him by lifting up our eyes to see him in people with us, in the situations we're in. So that's why we lift up our eyes to our God. And the way we can really know which ways to go is by listening to the words of Scripture. And that's why Valerie is here today. Valerie is one of our lectors at church, as well as a few other things. So, Valerie, and every time I think of that, I go back to that commercial for one of the, I think it's Google or Amazon, where it's that grandfather has the song, and it's Valerie. That's what, every time I think of that, that's what I'm thinking of. But what have you been doing these past few months at this point?
Wow. So, thankfully, like today, we've had some beautiful weather, and I am a big-time gardener. So I have been in the garden. It is my solace, getting my hands in the dirt, moving things around. At least I feel like something's happening. I also have a list of all those crazy projects that you never get to. And what's surprising to me is the fact that I'm still not getting to some of them. It's like my ability to procrastinate is still there, even though sometimes I feel like I have nothing to do. So I'm checking off a little bit at a time. And I'm also looking for a job, which in this environment, I thought would be actually a little bit harder than it's been. And what I'm seeing is, I think there are a lot of organizations that are thinking about the future, and I think people are just generally kinder right now, which is working in my favor. So that's how I've been filling my days.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in marketing, and Father has my contact information if you have any great marketing ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. So, being a lector, what is that like? I mean, is it frightening? Is it something that's exhilarating? What is it?
So, initially it's kind of terrifying. And I said that once to someone I worked with, and he said, well, what do you mean terrifying? And I said, but not terrifying that you can't overcome. I heard a woman speak one time, and she talked about being fearless. And she said being fearless is not having fear, it's overcoming fear. And what I found as I read more and more was I got more and more comfortable with it. And I think it actually helped me in the work that I do too.
Now, you have not been lecturing now for months. You did give us assistance a few weeks ago. But what has it been like not going to church and not lecturing?
Well, tell you there's one thing that I don't miss. So I attended daily mass on a regular basis, and it seemed like Annie always gave me the hardest readings. The ones with the big names that you can't pronounce. And Annie, if you're listening, give those to Jules. That's what I don't miss. What I miss is there's something that happens when you read. And you just hear the words in a very different way. They resonate so much more deeply, and they become much more personal. And that's really what I love about reading and what I miss most about it.
Do you see any differences coming with our having to change? What would you see? What would you want to see as a difference in how we lecture? Is there anything?
I don't know that there are big changes, with maybe the exception that maybe there are other people that would love to read, would love the opportunity, the experience. I love it when the kids get to read. I think that's awesome. I think that gives them the experience and that same feeling.
If anybody does wish to join the ranks, granted, it's going to be a while before we all come back together full time, but if you do, I'm sure that if you contact me at the parish website, I will keep you abreast of what's going on, and who knows, maybe Valerie will be your trainer, working with you to make sure you can comfortably be able to get up into the ambo and read. I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You really are an asset to us here, and to, of course, whichever company that will be hiring her. And because you've been working your whole life.
Not as long as Cullen. But yes, and I love it. I love what I do, and I have this need to give back somehow, and I do that in my work.
We thank you all. We thank you for joining us. Have a great day.